What if I told you the United States secretly hired Nazi scientists right after World War II, not to punish them, but to give them jobs? Welcome to Operation Paperclip, the Cold War's dirtiest secret. In 1945, as Nazi Germany lay in ruins, Allied troops uncovered something astonishing. Not just weapons and documents, but brilliant scientific minds behind some of the world's most terrifying technology. Rockets, jet engines, nerve agents. These scientists had worked on Hitler's most advanced weapons. But there was one major problem. The Soviets were closing in fast, and the US couldn't let them get their hands on this knowledge. The solution? A covert operation that would shock the world. Operation Paperclip. The US identified over 1,600 top Nazi scientists and engineers. One of the most famous, Wernher von Braun, architect of the deadly V-2 rocket that bombed London. Von Braun had SS ties and used forced labor from concentration camps. But none of that stopped the US from bringing him and many others into America. His new mission? Lead America's space race and eventually design the Saturn V rocket that put a man on the moon. The Cold War had just begun. The Soviet Union was rising fast, and America feared falling behind in the arms race and space technology. President Truman initially said, "No Nazis with war crime links." But military intelligence agencies ignored this. False documents were created, war records were wiped, and scientists with dark pasts were quietly flown into the US, not as prisoners, but as government employees. For decades, Operation Paperclip remained a secret. When it was finally revealed, the public was stunned. How could the US, a nation that fought to destroy Nazism, turn around and hire those very same men? Some of these scientists were connected to horrifying experiments and war crimes. But in the race against the USSR, ethics were often sacrificed. Intelligence reports were altered. History was rewritten. Ironically, these former Nazi scientists helped the US become a global superpower. They developed ICBMs, defense technologies, and space programs. Von Braun became a national hero, celebrated by NASA despite his Nazi past. The US won the space race, but at what cost? Operation Paperclip remains one of the most controversial moves in US history. Was it a necessary evil to defeat the Soviets, or a betrayal of justice? Let us know what you think in the comments.